Good morning, everyone. It's another Monday morning, and we're continuing with our webinars today. We are on our fifth MLM skill at the moment, and today I will try to talk about one of the most powerful skills to learn, which is called word picture, sorry. And what I want to say that if during this webinar you would have any questions, please don't hesitate them to write in the chat area. And if you also have some suggestions of our future webinars, for next couple of weeks, actually a couple of months, we're going to continue doing these skills. But after that, we want your opinion. What exactly would you like to see in the webinars? We're also hoping to start doing the Thursday webinars as well, to prepare live webinars over recorded ones, but can't attend the morning one, will be able to join us as well. So as I said, don't hesitate to write in the chat area. We've got a couple of people today here, and not many, but it is as expected on Monday mornings. But don't forget that this webinar is recorded, and you will be able, and you can share this with your team members as well. So the fifth skill of MLM skills, which every successful network marketer should learn, and the word picture skill should be above all of the other 24. The reason for that being that if you actually are able to use the skill in your everyday life, you will be able to kind of manipulate the world and people around you. I know manipulate sounds kind of big word, but what happens if you are able to use word picture in your everyday language? You will be able to make all the people around you see the same way as you do. So what does it really mean? Well, think about how people think. Think about yourself, how you think. Do you think in words? Like, if I tell you a word, would you actually see a word written in your head, in your mind? If I'll say table, do you actually see table? Or do you see the word written table? And most of the ways, and I kind of think in pretty much all the time, people do actually see in pictures, not in words. So like if I say table, you will be starting to imagine table. I haven't even told you what color this table is, I haven't told you what size, if it's coffee table, if it's dining table, if it's desk. I haven't said any of these things, but in your head you will already have a picture of the table. Maybe it will be your own table. And this is how most of the people think, and this is why it is so powerful to understand how people's mind works. So we all communicate in pictures. So every time we tell something to people, they see it in their head. It's exactly the way you told them. Sometimes we see it slightly different. So that means this is the very big key, the most important key in the communication. So we want to use the special skill and the special picture language for our prospects when we want to create them either with pictures, maybe even a movies inside their brain. So then next time when a certain situation occurs, they can actually see what you told them, and they see it in their head, and they realize that they want this opportunity to happen for them. So what I want to do today, I want to just give you a couple of examples, but they will be examples, and you might not be able to use them exactly as I said, but you can accommodate them to your own needs and see what are the different situations, and that's how you can try to do it. So the first example would be, let's say you work in an office and you want to introduce a pen business to your work colleagues. And obviously maybe you already tried and you failed, and we said, oh, it's not for us, good luck, and something like that. So what we can do now, we can actually find the right situation and the right words how to create a very powerful good images in their heads. So let's say you're having your lunch, and in the offices most of the time people just have a very quick lunch because they have to get back to work, or maybe they need to take turns. So let's imagine that you actually do need to take turns in your lunch. So next time, when maybe you're just back from your turn after you just ate for lunch and you just came back to the office, and you actually just pass a cue to your work colleague. It's his time to go to the lunch. And what about if you actually at that time say, wouldn't it be it's so cool that you could actually have a proper lunch, instead of rushing and you're actually eating on your own, you would be able to sit down and enjoy it. Wouldn't it be nice to actually be able to not to rush back to the office, but actually eat meal and talk while we do it? And you can also, now we um, in this office, obviously we can't do, we are not bosses, but if you would have our own home-based business, or if you would be able to worry about this job, you would be able to take those lunches. So this is a very simple idea, but next time when he would be actually having this swap for the lunch, he's going to remember that, and he would actually imagine you having lunch together. You can actually even put these very powerful things, maybe mention your favorite food, or mention a hot coffee instead of these coffee machines. You can say you can sit in the cafe and we can have hot meal instead of this cold sandwich which has been in your bag for whole morning. So these tiny little things, they play very, very powerful in people's mind. Another really good one is if you know anyone who hates driving to the work and sitting in the traffic jam. Well, pretty much everyone is sitting for long in a traffic jam. But let's imagine you maybe it's one of your relatives and you just complain that oh God, I have to go to my job and spend 2 hours in the traffic jam. It was dreadful, and I hate driving to my job. So you know about it. So let's say maybe we are not happy about it being in the car for so long and driving to work. So next time you can what you can do, imagine this, that instead of like spending all these 2 hours, you can actually sit at home, work from home, have conferences from the internet, actually drive on the time, then there is no traffic, so you can actually accommodate your own needs to the surroundings rather than other way around. So what will happen in this situation? When you mention these little things, next time he's going to sit in this traffic jam, he's going to think about it. And he goes, yeah, I don't want it. I would like to actually be able to work from home. So then he's going to remember your own situation, your own proposal to start home-based business, to start a firm, and maybe he'll start doing it. So that's why it's going to be quite. Another thing, which is probably as very convenient for me, because the reason I started a firm was that my mom implied this very big word picture for me. I remember when my maternity leave sort of finished, and I thought, it's time now to go back to work, and I need to find another job, because obviously I wasn't planning to go back to my bar job, the one I worked before I got pregnant. And I kind of went, okay, so let's think. I'm gonna, start working. I'm gonna start finding a job. So I started looking for a job. And then my mom said, so what you're gonna do with your child? He's still very small. He's only 2 years old. What are you gonna do with him? And then I thought I'm gonna, find a nursery, or maybe go and find someone who will babysit them. And I thought maybe some of the days I wasn't planning to go back on full-time job straight away, maybe part-time at first, and then see how it goes. And then it kind of, my mom played with my mind, and she said, so imagine this: every morning you have to wake up, drop your child to the nursery, then you're gonna go to this work which maybe you will like it, you never know. I haven't found that moment yet, but you're gonna be spending time with some other people and letting your child people, and actually they will see how he grows, and it won't be you. You know, maybe he will learn something very, very great, and you won't be the first one to see it. And for me, in my head, it went, I don't want to miss that. I don't want to miss those opportunities with my child. I want to spend more time with him. I want to be able to be the person who is able to change his personality and to create it and to be able to help him grow. So I kind of thought, okay, so what are my alternatives? And that's where my mom said, you can start a family. You can just build it around it and see if it is for you. And that's what I did. I started doing these presentations. I started introducing different products to other people and started getting interested and more interested into the business. So what happens, you tailor these situations to different needs and different situations. You see, you meet people and you know what are their problems, you know what they don't like, and you actually play around and you make sure that you mention how we can solve the problem and how we can work around it and be able to create specific people. So next time, when the situation will come, next time, then, they bring their child to the nursery, we're gonna think, what about if I could lay him in the bed and actually have my child come to the bed with me and just we're gonna play all day. Then we go to the park, enjoy nice weather. We're gonna want it. We're gonna want the same what you described. We're not gonna want to go back. So we're gonna do whatever it takes to make it happen. So the better image you create, then there is a bigger chance these people will want that. And obviously, they will have their own whys and their own reasons, but this is not what we're talking about. We're talking about this first initial thinking of what we want to do. And I'm probably, I'm myself kind of still learning this skill, so I'm still not that good. So hopefully you get what I want to say, and it's still gonna be good for you to understand it. But if you do want to learn more about this skill, you can find a Big Owl. If you Google Big Owl word pictures, you can find CD with Big Owl's word pictures. So you can actually listen to it and hear his examples and try to work and learn what is best for you. So as I said, these webinars, this series of webinars are quite short. If you have any questions, please do write them to me. But I would suggest to give it a go and just try it out, try this technique, try the word pictures, try to apply it to people's head. Start with people you know best so you know what will work for them. And if something doesn't work, if you want some ideas or suggestions, just please do write to us and we're gonna try to find the right answer for you. So thank you again for listening. If you think this skill is useful for your team members to learn, please share it. And we're gonna go next Monday and go try to learn a new skill. Thank you very much. Have a lovely week, and let's speak with you next Monday. Bye.